Chairman, and thank you to our witnesses today. I know that as we deal with what has been noted by many as a very serious issue, I hope that we can bring about a system that is patient-centered, where the government doesn't stand in the way of patients and their care. And some patients find care in different ways or at different levels. But the patients, I hope, would be in charge. And so I'm very concerned on the very topic that was just mentioned about the need actuarially for younger, healthier folks to sign up who were not previously signing up and to spread that risk. And yet there are indications that these younger folks are not signing up. Congressman Kreidler, could you disagree with that? Is that not the case?
Congressman, I would agree right now that we're not attracting as many of the young and the healthy that really need to be a part of the Affordable Care Act, because insurance only works if you have good risk and bad risk, and if they have good risk, you need to balance it out. It's the only way insurance works.
And do you think that those targets are being met?
The targets currently are not being met, and one of the challenges that make it more difficult are all of the controversy around the Affordable Care Act. Such things as canceled policies and the like only wind up offering more distraction, and we need to make sure that people are incentivized, realize they have an obligation for personal responsibility, and do the sign up for health insurance so they don't have to have their rates paid for effectively by other people who are insured.
So, Mr. Carlson, if these folks aren't signing up ultimately, what is at risk?
Well, I think what's at risk is the future of that risk pool. The premiums that were set for 2014 assumed a certain mix of younger and older individuals. If that mix is not met, you have an issue that the insurance company is not going to be collecting enough premium relative to the claims they expected. And that also is going to drive their pricing for 2015. So, unless they can see that the risk pool will change to be a more balanced risk pool, they have to build into their pricing the assumption that they're not going to be able to enroll those younger individuals and are going to have to increase their premiums to reflect that difference.
Are there any numbers that you could maybe point to in terms of what expectations? I mean, it's probably difficult to do, but any rule of thumb?
I think that at this point it's way too early to make any judgment. I think it's certainly a positive number and not a negative number. I'll put it that way.
Okay. Well, I just have such extreme concern that if young people weren't signing up before, and they will be faced with a higher premium yet, because of all of the new mandates and the government, the heavy hand of government, I would add, intervening, that will result in a higher premium. I can't imagine that human beings would be more anxious to sign up for that, and even with some of the penalties in place. Congressman Kreidler, do you see any objection there?
One is that there is the opportunity up to the age of 26 of staying on your parents' policy. The other is that there are catastrophic plans up to the age of 30 that are much more affordable, that are possible for younger and healthier individuals to sign up for. So there are some options out there to help bend that cost curve down for the individual, cost curve from the standpoint of how much it costs them, but nobody's immune from bad luck. Even a good friend wound up with her son having a skiing accident in Utah and wound up costing her something like $20,000 because of a broken leg, and he didn't have health insurance. Well, Mom went out there to pay for it. Now it's going to be easier to make sure that he has reasonable coverage than it has been in the past. But yes, it means exhibiting personal responsibility so that we work to avoid the fact that if you wind up with bad luck, you don't have to cost shift to other people.
Okay, thank you. I'll yield back.
Thank you, Ms. Black.